In 1959, Illinois promised drivers 187 miles of driving pleasure. Smooth pavement, open land, almost no traffic. Today, that same highway carries up to 200,000 vehicles every single day. Nearly 1 in 5 is a heavy truck. Chicago now ranks among the worst cities in America for traffic delays. Drivers lose dozens of hours every year sitting in gridlock, and rebuilding just 22 miles of this road costs $4 billion. A highway built for the 1950s has become one of the most stressed freight corridors in North America. This isn't just traffic congestion. It's what happens when a system built for one era is forced to carry the weight of another. Please take a moment to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. To understand why this highway matters, picture a map of Chicago. I-294 forms a long arc along the city's western edge. It runs about 53 miles from north to south, acting as a bypass around downtown. Instead of cutting through city streets, traffic can circle around them. It connects to nearly every major interstate in the region. I-90 and I-94 head north. I-55 links to St. Louis. I-57 moves freight up from the south. I-88 connects growing western suburbs. I-290 feeds toward downtown Chicago. Just east of this corridor sits O'Hare International Airport, one of the busiest cargo airports in the country. Warehouses, rail yards, and distribution centers fill the surrounding area. Trucks move goods between airports, rail terminals, and highways all day long. This creates a rare situation. Long-distance freight crossing state lines shares the road with local delivery trucks. Suburban commuters mix with cross-country travelers. Regional and national traffic all rides the same pavement. And that pavement was drawn in the 1950s. When the Tri-State Tollway opened, 4 lanes in each direction felt generous. Traffic volumes were low. Most vehicles were smaller. Interchanges were compact, with tight ramps and shorter merge areas. At the time, it worked, but over decades, traffic kept growing. The highway was widened in the 1970s and again in the 1990s. Each expansion helped for a while. Then, congestion returned. The real weakness was not just the number of lanes, it was the road layout. Many interchanges sit close together. Drivers entering the highway often have only a short distance to cross lanes before someone else needs to exit. This creates weaving. When drivers weave, they brake. When drivers brake, traffic slows behind them. When traffic is heavy, even small slowdowns ripple backward for miles. Now, add trucks. Heavy trucks make up about 18% of traffic on I-294. A fully loaded semi cannot speed up like a car. When it merges, traffic adjusts. Small speed differences reduce how many vehicles can move through each hour. Even if the road looks wide, the usable capacity drops because of how vehicles behave. And here is the uncomfortable truth. The system does not fail when traffic is heavy. It fails when something small goes wrong. A stalled car, a minor crash, a truck with engine trouble. Narrow shoulders mean that broken vehicles often block a full travel lane. Once one lane disappears, backups grow quickly. With so many vehicles using this corridor, recovery takes time. The highway becomes fragile under pressure. That fragility has shown up in real events. There have been rollover crashes near major interchanges, wrong-way collisions, multi-vehicle crashes that shut down traffic for hours. A semi-truck overturned on a ramp and killed its driver. Vehicles caught fire after collisions on the mile-long bridge. During extreme summer heat, pavement buckled and damaged dozens of vehicles. Each crash had different causes, but the pattern is clear. High traffic volumes leave little room for mistakes. Tight ramps increase conflict points. Construction zones reduce space. Limited shoulders limit recovery options. This does not mean I-294 is uniquely dangerous. It means a corridor carrying up to 200,000 vehicles per day operates with very small margins. When something happens, the effect spreads fast. To deal with these limits, the Illinois Tollway launched the Central Tri-State Project. The cost is about $4 billion. The focus is a 22-mile stretch between Balmoral Avenue and 95th Street, the busiest and most constrained section. Major changes are underway. Many segments are expanding from 4 lanes per direction to 5, and in some places, even 6. Shoulders are being widened so broken vehicles no longer block traffic. Drainage systems are upgraded. Old pavement is removed and rebuilt fully, not just patched. One of the biggest changes is the mile-long bridge. The original bridge from 1958 used many short sections supported by closely spaced concrete columns. The replacement bridge stretches nearly 4,800 feet in each direction. It cuts the number of support piers almost in half. Fewer supports improve sightlines and make maintenance easier. Wider shoulders allow room for breakdowns. The cost is close to $500 million. Farther south, the massive I-290 and I-88 interchange is also being rebuilt. The price is estimated between $700 and $800 million. A new fly-under ramp separates traffic streams that used to cross each other. A movement that once caused about 10 minutes of delay now takes roughly 3. Construction began in phases around 2018. Major rebuilding has been active since 2021. Completion is scheduled for 2027. But widening alone is not the full solution. New overhead gantries now carry lane control signals and digital message boards. Sensors and cameras connect through fiber optic cables. Traffic operators can monitor conditions in real time. In some sections, a flex lane can open during busy periods and close during incidents. The goal is not to remove all congestion. With this many vehicles, that is unrealistic. The goal is to prevent sudden breakdowns. Traffic often shifts from steady movement to stop and go very quickly. By detecting problems early and managing lanes actively, operators can keep traffic stable and shorten recovery times. This project is about reliability, not speed. The Illinois tollway system is funded by tolls, not regular state taxes. Drivers and trucking companies pay to use it. The agency also issues bonds, which are loans paid back using future toll revenue. In 2012, toll rates increased under a program called Move Illinois to support major upgrades. Commercial vehicle rates were adjusted in stages. This creates a stable funding source, but it also means the system depends on steady traffic. The road must keep moving, not only for drivers, but for its own financial health. Some critics argue that widening highways only brings more traffic. This idea is known as induced demand. When roads get bigger, more people use them. Past expansions on I-294 did not remove congestion forever. Over time, traffic volumes rose again. Future models suggest some sections may approach capacity only a few years after completion. The tollway argues success should be measured differently. Even if the new lanes fill up, better merge areas, wider shoulders, redesigned ramps, and smart monitoring can make traffic more stable. A broken vehicle will no longer shut down a lane immediately. Trucks will have more space to merge safely. Conflict points will be reduced. For freight operators, predictability often matters more than top speed. For commuters, fewer sudden breakdowns can reduce stress. The question is not whether the road will be empty. It is whether it will remain dependable. The era of empty highways is over. Today, I-294 carries national freight, regional goods, suburban commuters, and long-distance travelers all at once. Nearly 1 out of 5 vehicles is a heavy truck. $4 billion is being spent to rebuild its most stressed section. Completion is planned for 2027. The highway will never return to light traffic and open space. But that was never the real goal. The real goal is to keep movement steady, even when the road is full. To make sure small problems stay small. To turn a mid-century bypass into a stable 21st century freight corridor. Highways last for generations. They carry dreams from one era into the pressures of the next. In 1959, drivers were promised 187 miles of driving pleasure. In 2026, pleasure may no longer mean empty lanes. It may simply mean this: even when the road is full, It keeps